In today's video, we comb through 3 mystery bags packed with Warhammer Fantasy bits. Will our search yield a trove of precious plastic artifacts, or perhaps unleash a horde of hungry noblars? Well, hi folks, this is Lee from SkirmishWarGames.com, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. I just recently purchased some eBay whites, some old metal Warhammer Fantasy whites that I thought I was getting a good deal on, and then when I got them, I realized that most of them didn't have any shields. So I went online, I was looking for some Warhammer Fantasy shields. Now I'm sure if I was just looking for some individual shields, I could have found them, but instead I went down the Warhammer bulk bits rabbit hole. And I found a company that was selling them by the bag. It was $17 a bag. And you can see these bags are numbered number 10, number 23, number 25. They had 5 or 6 bags available. Must have had a whole batch that people had picked through. And you only got one picture. You got one shot of the bag, so you had to kind of estimate what might be in there, what treasures would be within. Found one bag where the picture seemed to indicate there was some shields in there, and then temptation got the better of me. So I ended up buying 3 bags. One bag is $17. 3 bags with shipping, you're getting close to $60. So while an investment in one bag doesn't seem too bad, I'm a little bit nervous about buying 3 bags now that I see them and having all these bits and wondering if I'm going to recoup my investment. But Lynn, you tell me that you love blind boxes and mystery boxes. Correct?
I do. They are my weakness, so this is right up my alley. I can't wait to see what's in them.
Okay, so we're going to open them up, and I see there might be a few painted figures in there, certainly some arms and some shields and weapons and a lot of bits that could be basically commandeered for Gaslands or other things. So we're going to dump these out, we're going to pick through, we're going to find if there's any treasures or rarities, and maybe, just maybe, we get our money's worth, and then maybe I just have $60 worth of plastic junk.
But either way, I'll have fun going through the bags.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's dump these out. What we're going to do is we're going to dump them out. We're going to sort out anything that appears to be really interesting, and then we're going to make piles of torsos and weapons and heads and whatever we have in here, and then see, what kind of value we got for our investment.
Let's go.
Let's go. Bag number 10, bag number 23. You have bag number 25. And there might have been some really good ones in this series that were gone before we got to it, but it's all right.
There's one already. Oh, there's 2 already.
Okay, yeah, so here we have, that looks an awful lot like a Chaos Warrior who has got a broken weapon. I'm sure that somewhere in this mass pile there's a replacement weapon for this guy. And, oh yeah, so it looks like here he's got, is that a couple of dwarves in a cage? Or are they in a, yeah, it looks like they're in a cage. There's some kind of a dancing orc. I don't know if he's dancing, but yeah, he's got his fists in the air.
There's a dragon ornament for me. Aha.
Yeah, there's a dragon ornament. And then some kind of a, what do they call the Warhammer Fantasy goblins? Are they Gretchens or Grots? I don't know what they call them now, but he's got a weapon, so maybe he's like an ogre servant. This looks like a goblin talisman on top of a pile of skulls.
There's part of a drum.
Here we go. That looks like a more or less complete orc, but his body dimensions are weird. So I don't know if this is how he's supposed to be or if he was an orc created out of other parts. But he's pretty big. That looks like a servo skull, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so there's a few things in here. Let's start by making some piles. We're not going to make the audience sit through all of this. We'll kind of speed it up, but we will sort through this into bits of torsos and heads and weapons and miscellaneous stuff that defies categorization.
What's this guy?
What's this
He's
guy?
way cool.
I believe that's a Nurgling. That is a
He's
little
cool.
Nurgle imp.
I like him. He's funny.
Yeah, he's doing a handstand and showing his moon. He's mooning you.
I know, it's pretty funny.
All right, let the sorting commence. Some kind of a sign. Looks like a Mad Max type wooden sign. Maybe that was somebody's standard, but
There's lots of standards.
I'm going to use that for something. Here is a skeleton that's just legs and a torso.
Ooh, that one's cool too.
Dragon ornament. Half of one. What are we doing here? Oh my god. Legs. Where's the leg pile?
I don't know. I didn't start a leg pile
Here's
yet.
a leg pile. Okay, legs. Where's the weapons? And with Are these weapons with part of an arm on them?
Yeah, these are weapons with part of an arm on.
Okay.
Then there's weapons over here without.
Without an arm. I wonder what the odds are that I'm going to be able to take enough parts and make a whole miniature.
I don't know.
Certainly if you weren't too particular about what species you stitch together, you could probably do that. Okay, torsos are where?
Torsos, there's all kinds of torsos there.
Torsos, arm, another arm. Holy crap. I have a face. Do we have a head pile?
Not yet.
Heads for the head pile. This here looks like a rack of ribs. It's making me hungry.
Is this like half a
You got your baby back, huh?
Is that like half a torso?
I don't know what that is. Put that in the we don't know pile.
Okay. Are these eyes? Or what are those?
Yeah, that might be, I don't know.
Oh, this is part of a lizard man.
Oh, wow, yeah. Now I know that's a skink, right? They call that a skink still. So an almost complete skink. Okay, where's the almost complete body pile?
And with those, I think all the bodies are kind of there, regardless of how complete or incomplete they are.
You're going to like this guy. There is a little Grot or Gretchen or whatever they call him, carrying a big pile of stuff.
Nice.
See? This guy here is having a real bad day. We'll put him with the rack of ribs and the skeleton body.
And another little head.
So they can be a bone pile.
There you go.
Is that possibly a Bretonian? Torso. Pile of torsos.
There's lizard body parts.
A tail. Here's a painted arm.
Arms everywhere.
That looks like one of the woodland people that fights with the elves.
He's one of my cute guys.
Oh yeah, look at that. This might be a snotling, a fully intact snotling. So, whatever they call them now, something else. I'm not up on my recent lore. I'm stuck in the early 90s. That's a serious looking axe with some big armored paws on it. Well, what's
That's
going
a really, look at that big sword.
Somebody's got an inferiority complex. Give me the biggest sword in the armory. Weapons, weapons. Who's got the weapons? Still looking for a good shield for this white. Arms. What'd you find?
A little demon.
That's a little disease demon.
He's very cute though, even though he's creepy. Looks like a little dude. What is he?
So this here looks like a very, very tiny Skaven. Does Skaven have familiars? Maybe that's a witch's familiar?
But he's adorable.
Yeah. Another skull for the skull pile.
Another skull.
Demon.
Some hair.
Some hair. Or a horse's tail. There's a bow. There's a club. Well, what I really need is a bag of torsos and legs to go with all of these. Quite a few ogre heads in the pile.
Oh, here's a rat.
All right. Is it Pizza Rat? Is he making a comeback?
Maybe.
It's Bits Rat.
Bits rat.
Parts
There we
rat.
go.
Yeah, if you're in the body pile and we have a head for you and a torso and legs, but you're missing an arm, you're getting this big mutant arm.
Mutant arm.
This is kind of like doing a big jigsaw puzzle.
It is.
There's a goblin head. Armored ogre, maybe? I don't know. I'm just going to run through and collect all the shields just to speed this up. If it's a shield, I'm picking it up.
Okay, that's what I've been doing over here. This is a whole pile of shields.
So I hope I have enough for my 4 whites.
It's a lot of very tiny bits.
A lot of tiny bits. There might end up being a tiny bits pile. We'll have to have a challenge video where we go into the bits pile and create a monstrosity based on what we have. You think there'll be enough to make somebody? Can we make a Frankenstein based on what we have in here?
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, and I found another pair of legs. Where's the leg pile? All right, we're starting a small leg pile. Guy needs some Bondo, some Rust-Oleum on his sword here. Yeah, I'm not sure about all this. Certainly if we need a arm with a weapon on it or a shield, we'll have plenty in the bits box. I'm going to take a wild guess. That might be like a rat ogre head or a big Skaven head. So that goes in the head pile. Okay, folks, we're getting down to the minute bits of flotsam and jetsam here. So we're going to turn off the cameras now for a few minutes, sort out our piles, and then we'll turn them back on and show you what we got in each of the individual caches of weapons and shields and torsos and all that miscellaneous bric-a-brac. Okay, folks, we are back and ready to show you the results of our great Warhammer Fantasy Battle Mystery Bits Bag adventure. So let's take a look at our individual piles and see how we did. So we did a couple of things which could be called a painted miniature. Not fully complete and not maybe painted all that well, but they're there. And then here's our rundown. So here's our pile of heads, skulls, and teeth. There's some Bretonnians in there, some lizard guys in there, some Skaven, some Grail Knights it looks like, some demons possibly, some dwarves, and that's the head pile. Heads and skulls and teeth. If we just found a set of jaws, then that's a set of legs. So we'll put those over there. This pile here is our pile of arms with weapons. So arms with arms, I guess. So spears, clubs, axes, swords, guys holding daggers, guys holding arrows, hammers. So and they're right and left arms. So probably a preponderance of right arms, but some left arms in there. So we definitely won't run short of arms and weapons if we need them. We did get a few torsos, not a whole lot, so we're not going to be building anybody from scratch. Probably enough that if we want to build a monstrosity, each of us wants to build a Frankenstein, we probably can. There'll be a torso that we can slap some arms and heads on.
Shields.
Here's a pile of shields. Yeah, definitely should be able to equip my whites with a shield out of that.
Loose weapons without arms.
Yeah, these are the weapons that don't have any arms on them. So, what do we have here? Oh, this is like emblems and decorative pieces and things that didn't fall into other categories. Or we just got tired of sorting them because they were small, so we sort of swept them up into one pile. So here's some little guys that are more or less complete. There's some skinks and some nurglings and some snotlings and stuff like that. And I think somewhere in another pile we have some tiny, tiny little rat guys. Skaven familiars or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, we did get a few rats. Here's a little pile of legs. Looks like some dwarf legs. Maybe some demon legs. Not much to go on. So yeah, I think if we're trying to give our torsos some legs, we might be limited in our options. And then a miscellaneous pile of like architectural pieces and standard tops and
my dragon.
And your dragon decoration. And yeah, okay. So there you go. For better or worse, this is what $60 gets you out of the bits bin. So we got plenty of shields. I'll be able to equip my whites quite nicely. Lots of arms with weapons. Lots of weapons with no arms. And then not a lot of torsos and legs. So we're not going to be building a whole lot of figures out of this. But there are some spare heads. The head and skull pile here. Skulls or the skull pile. Okay, so now that we've seen all this, Lynn, do you think you might want to try a little bit of a Frankenstein challenge where we pick out bits and then create a monstrosity? Maybe
that could
two?
be fun.
That could
be a lot of fun.
So we'll have to fight over what torsos are available. We don't have a lot in the way of legs. Some of these guys come with legs, so that'll help speed up the process. But they might get a random head and who knows what kind of arm. And
ogre heads with lizard bodies, perhaps?
Yeah, it looks like we have ogres, dwarves, lizards, skulls, maybe some demons in there to choose from. So,
and we got a couple lizard bodies.
There are some lizard bodies and some kind of dryad bodies and who knows what. So yeah. Yeah, we do have some torsos. If you have a torso without legs, you got to find some legs to slap on there or get him a little cart or something so he can wheel himself around. But yeah, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do the Frankenstein challenge. Once the weather clears up a little bit so we can glue outside.
Yes, gluing outside is good.
Well, folks, as always, thanks very much for watching. If you like the things we do here, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please give this video a big thumbs up. And, of course, please visit us online at our website, skirmishwargames.com.